Join us for 1 week in our little van making our way from Melbourne to Canberra, doing our best to stay at as many free camps along the way, despite the ever-changing weather that demands to be front and center of all our road trips. So yeah, we're drenched. Day 1, we woke up and explored the historical side of Seymour. Meanwhile, Jamie is on a never-ending side mission to see all the big things Australia has to offer. And did I mention that we got attacked by bull ants?
Oh, there's one issue. Stop moving.
Oh my god, there's so many. I see them. Okay, let's not talk about that one. But day 2 is here, and there is more to see and more weather to battle through as we make our way to the border. Let's go. Trying to get out of this national park in the morning with zero reception, and there's so many forks in the road. We thought we were gonna be living out here, but I think we picked the right road. We just pulled up the maps and Oh, come on, you didn't actually think we'd leave this place without giving you a campsite tour.
Good morning, welcome to the Warby Ovens National Park and the Wenham Campground. This is where we spent a very rainy night locked inside the van. Didn't get to experience much of the campground, we didn't even get to light a fire, it was raining so much. But I have to say, this is a lovely little campsite. Now I don't know if it's because nobody is here, but I do think even if there were quite a lot of people here, this campsite would still feel a little bit special. Why? Because you've got this nice greenery on the right hand side of the campsite, this nice thick bushland that does make it feel like you are in a national park. But then the left hand side of it is just these big sweeping open plains that seems to just be filled with kangaroos. Kangaroos were there last night, kangaroos are still there grazing this morning, it is lovely. Then on top of that, you got your standard drop toilets at the start. 2-wheel drive in the rain can make it down the dirt road, absolutely no problem at all, so you know you can bring your 2-wheel drives. But on top of that as well, you've got designated areas for car camping. They do have to stack upon each other, one after the other, one after the other, one after the other, but there is car camping areas, and then there's a nice big car park as well as tent camping areas. You've got fire pits, you have got campsite tables already set up, ready to go, and then what is really cool about this is on the campsite itself, right next to it, there is a track, a 5-kilometer track, that is a designated mountain biking or walking track. The mountain bikers have to give way to the pedestrians, but you can go for a hike or mountain bike along it. Which means if you are a mountain biking enthusiast, a nature enthusiast, you can easily take your 2-wheel drive right here, set up a tent, cook up some food, go for a 5K bike ride, come back, have some beers, and then leave the next day. This spot seems to have been set up with that entire day in mind and ready to go. Sleep-wise, perfectly quiet, nice, no creepy crawlies. It was great, it was wonderful. Knock on wood, it's not going to happen, but it was nice. As for the morning, there have been some gunshots early, and like not just one or two, like someone has been consistently firing all morning, so I don't know if we are near a range, an overzealous enthusiast that wants to get after it at 7 a.m, a designated hunting ground, or maybe just a murderer. I don't know, but there have been gunshots all morning. They've been alright. They're not too close. You can just hear them popping off in the distance. Other than that, this is a great campsite. I highly recommend it. Solid 7 out of 10. Great. Have you got $1, miss? Come on, pretty girl like you. Surely you got $1. You got a couple of dollars.
Alright, we are at Kmart because this cold weather is kicking our ass and we need warmer stuff.
Never listening to the forecast again.
Now that we finish up at Kmart and they took our life savings, we also picked up some blue tack for our little llama friend so that we can put him in the dashboard. Or her. What are we gonna name her?
Stacy.
Stacy and Stan? No. She doesn't look like a Stacy. She looks
Bridget.
like... What should we name her?
Rebecca.
Let's see what they want to name her. Look at she's got little clouds on her feet now.
What is going on?
Look at her little feet.
Honestly, what?
I saw him sitting over there. There are characters in this town. Wangaratta.
Wangaratta is a fucking
There are characters around. And then the Santa guy with the service dog is with the service. What is happening, you guys? We are having one of those days. Is this what the week's gonna be like? All right, she is all ready to get stuck onto the dashboard. Do you think that she's gonna stay on the dashboard, when we go over some bumpy roads, or is she going flying? Oh my God, she's so cute. Stop, 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 stop. It's so cute.
There's a lot of volunteers and shit here, all looking very official. I think there's some sort of bicycle there going on.
Very official.
We have made it to Wangaratta for a bit of a morning check-in, and it turns out that there's some sort of bike festival going on. Festival, some celebration of cycling is happening at the moment. There might be 500 cyclists here, and you know there's a lot of cyclists when the city puts out volunteers to start directing them to go in different locations.
So when we did the Great Alpine Road, we did not hang around Wangaratta. It was kind of our end point, and then we drove home. So it's been cool to just be able to, you know, spend the morning in Wangaratta. And this spot that we're at right now, the start of the cultural trail, it reminds me of Bright, where they had like the pubs right on the river. And I'm pretty sure this is one of the same rivers that we explored during the Great Alpine Road series. So it's bringing back so many good memories, and I love the Great Alpine Road.
Bikes, hundreds. This is not giving what you think it's giving. It's just a chicken running away in a field.
If this looks familiar, this is Maramagun Rock, which is where we finished up our Great Alpine Road series. This rock is the Aboriginal cultural area for the meeting place, which is very, very weird that this is the second time that me and Jamie have pulled up here during one of our road trips.
It's bringing back all the memories of the Great Alpine Road. As soon as I saw the rock, I was like, I've been here before. We filmed our Great Alpine Road trip series here. And he's like, no, we didn't. I'm like, yes, we did. And then it came back to him.
Maramagun Rock is
We're
our
back.
rock.
We're back. That means that other campsite is just around the corner from here. I love it here. Our plan is to drive up towards Albury Wodonga, which I think is like a total of an hour driving today. So not a huge driving day, but we do have some things we want to do along the day. So hopefully it's another early night at camp. I think staying on top of our sleep is going to be the best thing for us this series, but it is not raining right now, so hopefully there's less rain today. I'm excited to see what's ahead because I'm feeling a lot better. Yesterday I was a little grouchy pants, but I'm feeling much better today.
Looks like our next spot on our to-do list is just over there. Let's go check it out. This is one of those path markers, the Murray to Mountains path markers. They're these things called rail trails, and they go on for hundreds of kilometers through multiple towns, and you can go on them for a couple of days. We have got a yearning for something in 2025, 2026 to either bike ride or walk one. I don't know where this thirst is coming from, but
I don't know, it's from the canoe challenge. It's changed us.
Yeah, it has.
But look, it goes through Beechworth, Myrtle Ford, Bright.
Yep.
Oh, we're
Check
doing
this
it.
out. Look how
We're
many
doing
kilometers this is. So yeah, this is one of those paths that Jamie and I have been in serious talks about. We're gonna do something like this in 2025.
Biking or walking, and then like we talked about maybe camping, like having gear on our bike or on our backpacks, or like staying at like a cheap motel or cabin along the way. But I think it would be so much fun. It would be such a challenge. And it's like the more you do these kind of challenges, like after the canoe trip, it's like you get hooked. You get hooked. You want more of the challenge, like because the payoff is so good.
Yeah, 83 kilometers. All right.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly.
There's so many spider webs. I'm just gonna make a bad dash for it, okay?
Bikes have been going under this all day.
Good for them! They're not me! Oh my god. They're so big. Oh god. Hold on.
Oh my god! To be fair, it is very dark under here. It's very dark. So this is what that overpass is going over, and the river goes through.
I feel something in here again. I'm freaking out. My calves are too muscly. False alarm. I survived the tower. There's no leeches on me. But let this be your reminder or your little push of encouragement to go out there and do something that equally excites you and terrifies you. I don't know what that is for you. Only you know what that is. But maybe there's been something that's been calling on your heart to try, to do, to see, if you are capable of. And I just think that so much magic happens in our lives when we push ourselves to play in that area from time to time. Like, I don't think it's good to stay in that spot and live there permanently, but to play in it, to dabble in it, I just think that so much growth happens there, so much good, so much amazingness happens there. So I don't know what it is for you. You know what it is, and it's probably popped into your head as I'm saying this. That's the thing that you need to go and do, and not wait to do it, because all we are guaranteed is right now, the present day. So don't put it off, don't wait, and I'm cheering you on. Okay, bye.
If you follow that path around and go underneath the bridge, you will get to Frank Garth Beach, which is a really nice sandy beach. It's got great reviews on Google. You can get a 2-wheel drive down here just off the road, and it is a swimming hole, it's a fishing hole, so if you're in the area and it's one of those hot days, or if you're a fan of cold plunges like we are, come down to Frank Garth Beach and check it out.
And there's actual sand here, like it's actual sandy beach. It is right near the highway, and there's a lot of traffic here right now, so it is a bit noisy, but you can also see that people set up ropes on the trees, like swing ropes into the water. I can already see that this place would get very busy in the middle of summer.
Yeah.
It is so busy in Wangaratta today. There's just bikes everywhere. The police are closing down roads. There's like people talking in megaphones. I feel like I'm in the middle of Melbourne City. Like, it is crazy out here. I thought I was waking up to small country town vibes. No, no, no.
That was fun.
Traffic jam. If we ever make it out of Wangaratta, this road trip will continue. But until then, this is crazy. What is going on? I need to Google it.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's the Great Victorian Bike Ride. 9 days of camping, riding, and exploring. Yeah, this is exactly what we were talking about.
This is what we're looking for.
But we're just in traffic.
Yeah, we're caught in the middle of the storm that is the Great Victorian Bike Ride, but one day we will be the storm.
Alright, so we are heading out of Wangaratta, but there's one more stop that we wanted to check out. It's actually a campsite. We wanted to just see if it's a spot that's worth camping that we can share with you guys. So we're gonna go. There's a little bit of a hill to get in. Let's see.
A few moments later.
No.
Yeah, this is definitely not 2-wheel drive friendly. Look at these.
No.
We're gonna have to reverse
We
that.
ain't going through that.
Wow.
Nope. Camp Ovens. It's about 5 minutes outside of Wangaratta. We just wanted to check it out to see if it was a viable campsite, if you were going to spend the day in Wangaratta. But this is why we come and check these places out, to see whether or not a 2-wheel drive track actually is a 2-wheel drive track. And maybe one day it was back in the past, but it has been completely torn up by 4-wheel drives, and now there's huge potholes around it. So check it out. I never know if the camera does potholes like this justice, but they are just way too deep for a 2-wheel drive van to skid across. Oh, on to the next spot.
It's number 3 on our big things.
So far we've seen a big Ned Kelly, a big Magpie, and now we are at small to medium shovel. These big things are...
Doug's never impressed. I think the only one that he's ever been impressed with that we saw on another trip was the big koala.
I liked the big koala a lot. He had fearsome eyes. He was very big. But this is the thing. If you're gonna make a big thing, make it big. This is not big.
That's pretty big. If we got a real shovel next to this one, it would be pretty big. For scale, this is a real shovel. This one is a real shovel. And that's the big shovel. I don't know. I'm pretty impressed. He's not impressed. I don't know how big he's expecting these things to be.
Big! I want them to be big.
That is big. Look how
There's a
small.
bloody tree bigger next to it. I want them to be big, mate. Remember when we saw the big wine bottle? It was just a water tower with a bit of wire at the top of it? And then the big Magpie, I could touch its beak. I want it to be big. If I'm the mayor of a town and I say build me a big thing, and they take $10 million because it's the local council, and they give you this, I'm lobbing heads off. I want a big shovel, a bigger shovel. It's gotta be big. What is this? Medium-sized shovel.
They have another shovel.
Do you know how I know that this isn't a big thing? because it's surrounded by regular shovels. So people have been like, look, it is big. It is. They've had to prove that it's a big thing. You should just know.
I didn't think that this was going to upset him so much. The sun has come out. It's so nice. I almost want to change into my shorts or a dress or something. Doug's getting changed right now. We are in the middle of Wodonga. We are exploring. We wanted to do something fun before we got to camp, but believe it or not, so many things are closed today. It's a Monday. I'm really surprised. All the disc golf fun made us like crave something fun. So we saw a bowling alley. We saw a couple of things, but I don't know, this weather is making us want some ice cream, so we'll see what we get up to before we head to camp. Because honestly, we don't want to go to camp and sit in a hot field for too long. So we're like, if we get there closer to when the sun goes down, that will be way better. So.
What was that little dance?
Spice Girls.
This was the warm clothes she bought.
Spice up your life. Okay, I got warm clothes and then I had to get a Spice Girl t-shirt, okay? Spice up your life.
What are we doing
People
here?
in the world, spice up your life.
So we have made it to Wodonga's water tower, which is the center of Wodonga. I mean, it is just a water tower, but it does mark the center of the town, and the whole thing does light up beautifully at night. I reckon editing Jamie can throw a photo in there.
Yeah, so I'll put a photo, but I thought it was cool to come by here because this is a nice little park to come for lunch. I'm pretty sure there's toilets down there that we've stopped at many times on different road trips, but the sun has just come out and it's so nice just stretching our legs, getting out in this fresh air. And I would love to see this tower at night because the photos do look really cool. You just like walk around town, there's like burger joints and just restaurants, some bars. It's like a nice little vibe, and I think that lighting up this tower just like sets the vibe of like a city in a rural town. That's the vibe it's giving me. The
Big city, small town.
Yeah,
vibe.
big city, small town vibes. You get the best of both worlds. 29 degrees right now. It was freezing this morning. Another thing I've noticed is that Wodonga is so well maintained. Like this center of town, it's so well maintained. It's so pretty. We need to do like 3 days in Wodonga and 3 days in Albury. I think so. Doug's in the bathroom. Bathroom review?
It's just a 10 out of 10 experience for a public restroom. That was alright. It was clean enough.
Pretty sure I didn't see him wash his hands, but we won't talk about that.
You weren't in there. Mm-hmm. You weren't in there.
I didn't hear the sink on.
You weren't in there.
I didn't hear the sink on.
Quietly running.
I didn't hear the sink
It
on.
was a very slow sink.
Thumbs down this video, guys, because that is just
very
foul.
quiet.
All right, we are back in the van. So our sleeping spot tonight was just going to be one of those kind of like really off the side of the road, just a field, pull over, sleep for the night. But it is way too hot for that. So we are doing our best to find a better campsite because we just don't want to be in a grassy field. It's spring. The long grass means more creepy crawlers, and you know that that's just not for us. So we go out of our way to find campsites that make us feel safe. You know, there's always a chance of those things happening when you're out camping. We know this, but it doesn't mean I'm not going to go out of my way to minimize it, okay? So if all goes to plan, we will be staying at a way better campsite than an open field with long grass. Fingers crossed. The temperature is currently at its peak and it is way too hot to bake in the van at camp, so we're going on a little side quest to kill some time. Yep, that's right. We came all the way to Albury for ice cream.
We crossed state lines for this.
No regrets, absolutely no regrets. We were going to go in Victoria. There was only one place that we found open and the reviews were really bad and like it said it was unhygienic and cockroaches, so we drove over the border for ice cream. I'm not even mad. All right, what did we get? I got a waffle cone, cookies and cream with a caramel brownie. Doug got
3 scoops, caramel milk, candy cane, cotton candy,
Cotton candy.
and then Snickers at the bottom as well. I'm feeling real fat today.
We're gonna walk around town, enjoy this, and we'll see you at camp. If you do go to one of these Augustus gelateries, the ice cream melts so quickly. So you gotta work quick. I gotta go.
Okay, maybe one more stop before camp.
All right, guys. I think we found our redemption spot.
This'll do.
This'll do, donkey. This'll do. Check it out. It's a bit more than an open field of grass.
There's a couple of car parks left. We'll be all right.
And just like that, we are at camp for the night. We just found a spot. It's busy here tonight, but we knew we'd be able to squeeze in somewhere. So there's a slight cool change popping through. So let's hope for a decently cool night tonight.
I've been using a new leveler app on the phone, which has been great. And then because we had the leveling app, we had to get some chalk levels. So now, we are sleeping good tonight. No more head rushes for me. Cannot recommend Lake Hume enough. This is the border stop before you go to New South Wales, and I bloody love it. And also, I'm gonna say this right now, for one special subscriber that comes to Lake Hume, you have the chance of winning my very own sunglasses, because they are in that lake somewhere. I dived in with them on, and they lie at the bottom of it. So at about this area, one lucky subscriber can take those home. Don't say we never do nothing for you guys. Don't say we never done a prize.
We're doing a giveaway. All you have to do is drive to Lake Hume.
Yep.
So at Lake Hume, there's different spots around the lake, and not all of them have access to camp. So you just have to come to the right spot.
Mm-hmm.
The water has a lot of duck shit in it, but it was glorious on this hot day.
Oh, yeah, it hit the spot. And the views are giving non-stop. All right, I think it's time to settle down for a bite to eat.
Right. We may have just spilled my sleepy time tea everywhere, but dinner is ready. There is also a baby cockatoo crying at the top of its lungs right outside our camper van, but we are going to enjoy this rainy night in the van. Get it? I get it, mate. I'm hungry too.
We're all hungry, buddy. Good morning. Campsite etiquette question. How do we feel about a pre-7 a.m. generator being turned on? Surrounded by other campers. To me, this does not pass the campsite etiquette gut check.
Oh, this weather is so weird. Muggy, rainy, cold, hot. I don't know what to expect. I'm over it. If you're wondering why we're matching, it's because Kmart only has one color in season this year. I don't know. Everything we picked up is in the same color.
I have a blue hoodie, a slightly different blue hoodie. You know, it is 30 degrees and raining. Today's forecast is 30 and raining. It is... I know this is a weird theme of our videos, but the weather has literally thrown everything at us. It is quite literally 30 degrees warm and raining, cold rain at the exact same time. In the van is stinking hot.
It's so muggy in here. It's like raining and like chilly almost outside, but muggy. It's like everything at once.
It's everything at once.
So like I'm warm and muggy wearing this, but it's also raining, so I don't want to just wear a t-shirt. I don't know, okay? I don't know what to expect. I'm just like, whatever. We have clothes now for all... Sorry, okay.
You're all good.
Today is the day that we make it over the border officially, even though we went over the border for ice cream and we came back, but now we're going over the border officially for our trip to Canberra. I feel like a lot of things on our to-do list today are outdoors, so this is gonna get interesting.
There might be a lot of burger tasting, pie tasting, local beer tasting, you know, the indoor activity.
None of that was on our list, but it might go onto our list with this weather, so we'll see. All in all, day 2 was a good day. It was a chilled day. We got to camp early. We enjoyed some ice cream in the warm weather. We got to walk around Albury. We had a cold dip. We lost Doug's sunnies.
We went to Kmart and bought everything we needed to attack this weather, and then we started yelling at the clouds outside of the Kmart saying, bring it, bring it. And it turns out they have brought it. So maybe we shouldn't have picked a fight with Earth.
I mean, I didn't. We saw the big shovel, okay? That was like the biggest highlight of all, of course.
That was the biggest forgettable experience of my life.
The big shovel.
Don't go to the big shovel. I know that you guys sometimes like to go to the places that we go based on our recommendations. Skip the big shovel.
I liked the big shovel, okay?
It's lame.
Yeah,
it's
but like
big.
all of the big things are lame. They're just big things.
No. The big magpie was horrifying. The big koala,
You literally
horrifying.
talk shit about the big magpie.
Yeah, I know, but it's still worth seeing it because of how angry it looks. And the big koala is impressive, but the big shovel is not big. It's medium. It's a medium-sized shovel. Don't go to the big shovel. Trust me. When I tell you a big thing is worth going to, you'll know. And the big koala is worth going to. And the big magpie is not bad either.
Yeah, but like, is the bigness, is the amount of bigness the real factor in it?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes, it is. That's why it's called the big thing, because it's meant to be impressively big, and the shovel was not impressively big.
It was impressively big, but maybe not to Doug's standards.
So why do you think they just surround it with regular size shovels? Because people have rocked up and had this argument. Like we said when we were there, you don't see a whole bunch of koalas around a big koala. Because you know that's a bloody big koala.
But
this is why they have to go now, so they can decide for themselves, is this a big shovel or not? If you've been to the big shovel, let us know. Were you impressed? Did you think it was a big shovel? I thought it was a big shovel. Like, compared to all the shovels I've seen, which are like gardening shovels, it's a big shovel. Or like the shovels that we used to use back home to shovel out the snow, that's a big shovel comparison to those.
Let us know what you think about the big shovel down there in the comments.
We have to get on the road and battle this weather.
It's going to be war today.
Yeah, it is. You know, we like to just see a couple of things on the road trip during the day. And, you know, sometimes the weather makes or breaks that. And it is what it is. It might be another chilled day on our way to Canberra.
What's going to happen in episode 3? Are we going to go sightseeing in nature, or are we going to go to a brewery because we're reined in? You'll have to subscribe to find out.
This is the fun of road trips, though.
Yeah,
it's
true.
ups and downs and insides and outsides, and you just roll with the punches. And that's exactly what we're going to do today.
Everybody, if you made it to this part of the video, the very end, leave a shovel emoji down in the comments.
Is there even a shovel emoji?
I don't know. There should be. Oh, if there isn't even one, it shows how insignificant the shovel is.
How is there not a shovel emoji?
If you made it to this part of the video, because there isn't a shovel emoji, leave whatever tool emoji you have on your emoji keyboard down there in the comments. Drop the whole bloody toolbox down there in the comments for us. Any tool that you have, put it down there, because this just shows how insignificant the shovel is. It doesn't even get its own emoji. If it was a big thing, it'd have an emoji.
What about an axe?
Any tool you like, drop it down in there in the comments.
Or a broom. Or there's a plunger emoji. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing, and we hope to see you tuning in to another video soon.
Bye!
There's even a petri dish. They have that, but they don't have a shovel.